All right, today I have a story about our wonderful Earth. We've been talking about Earth Day, and this book is about taking care of your Earth, but it also tells you about how special your Earth is. You're so lucky to live on this wonderful place that we call Earth. That's why we take such good care of it. It's called Our Earth. Let's find out about our Earth. I bet you think you know a lot about it, but there's a lot to be had on Earth. Our Earth is where I live. It is where I live. It is a big, round, like globe. It's like the globe. It really isn't a globe. A globe is a map of the Earth. Is a map of the Earth. All right. It has a frozen North Pole at the top and an icy cold South Pole at the bottom. Our Earth was shaped by water, fire, ice, and living things. It is always changing, much too slowly for us to see. When the water goes up against the earth, it kind of knocks the earth out and then it kind of wears it away and the water gets bigger. Hmm, interesting. That's called erosion. Our earth was covered with once our earth was covered with warm water. Some dinosaurs lived in its warm and ferny swamps. Then our earth turned cold. Huge sheets of slowly moving ice, called glaciers, crept across the earth and wore rocks smooth. Glaciers are still moving in places on our earth. They're actually still changing earth today. The biggest pieces of land on earth are continents. Their shorelines meet the sea. We live in, this is hard to do, North America. North America has Mexico, the United States, and Canada. And we live in the United States. Islands are smaller pieces of land that rise up out of the sea. An island is formed from a volcano. That'd be kind of cool to see a brand new island or even to vacation on an island. Here comes that volcano. Some islands are born when volcanoes erupt below the sea. Hot lava cools, and over time it turns to soil where green things can grow. Some islands are coral reefs that grow and grow and grow until they poke above the water, and birds bring seeds to them. Ooh, that's kind of a cool one, too. There's a huge coral reef in the ocean right now that's growing. Water gushing up from the ground, and rain and melted snow fill streams, ponds, and lakes. Streams flow into smaller rivers, which flow into bigger ones. So if you happen to know a little creek, it flows into a bigger river, and then it might even get into a even bigger river. Hmm. So our Kishwaukee River, which is kind of small in Belvedere, might flow into the Rock River, which is a little bit bigger. Nothing can stop water from finding its way. Even if it has to go, even if it has to go over a waterfall, water finds its way. Some rivers dry up and stop flowing, but some empty into the salty sea. So the river that you might ride a boat on could end up where the whales are. That's neat. The land on our earth has rounded hills that enclose green valleys. Oh, that looks like a perfect place to have a little farm, and I bet those cows love it. There are many forests on our earth. Rainforests are full of flowers and birds and monkeys jumping through the green leaf trees. I think it would be really fun to visit a rainforest and see all of those interesting different creatures. Oh, I love them. Oops. There are hot sandy deserts where lizards live and prickly cacti grow. Kemper just moved to Arizona. I bet he's been hiking in the desert. Kemper, write us about it and tell Kemper, write us about it and tell us about it if you have. There are dark, damp caves that go far down into the earth. Ooh, I've gone exploring into caves underground. It's so cool. There's a huge national park in Kentucky called, what is it called? Cave City, and it has really cool caves. There are tall canyons carved by years and years of rushing water. Oh, I should go back to that. Actually, the Grand Canyon was formed from the, well, it's not a very little river, but it sure seems little when you look at the huge canyon from that water rushing through the rock and rushing through the rock. And it eventually wore it down to make a big canyon. So this might have been flat across the top. And then a little river here just kept flowing and flowing and flowing through and kind of cut down into the rock. So amazing. There are high snow capped mountains reaching up to the clouds in the sky. Climbing mountains is really fun. The air gets lighter and lighter. I've actually climbed a mountain. It's so cool. And it does get colder up there too, which is crazy. Our big round earth is very beautiful. It is very beautiful. It is my home and it's your home. Kindergartners, that's why we take such good care of our earth. I really love our earth, and I'm so glad that you've been taking care of it. I'm sorry for all of the stopping and freezing. My internet must be going in and out. Have a great day, and I will talk to you tomorrow.